Hello everyone, let's right now do a walkthrough from the homework 3. Let me share the homework 3 right now. The homework 3, we have 5 questions. The last 2 is from the textbook. Let's first look at the question number 1. So if you look at this question number 1, it is something similar we did in our class exercise. Our question number 1, you can see at the beginning we define the macro. The COL we define to be 16, and the ROW, this is what the question about. What should be the value for the ROW? And if you look at the C program, we are initializing a nested array with ROW as a row and a COL as a column. Right now, we know the column number is 16. And we give the this nested array, we look at the 0, 0, and assign number 6 to it. In the next one, we look at the nested array 5, 3, and we assign number 10. For this question, you can find our assembly code from this directory. You need to log into Blanca in order to see it. You can use the GDB, look at this directory, and you will find the assembly code for this C program. And you can look at the assembly code to find how to decide the role of this nested array. Basically, you can find what is the address for the ARR00 and what is the address for ARR53. And these two addresses, we talk about the equation in the class we can use, and then from there you can try to look at how to figure out it. And the next question you will try to answer is the data type of this nested array. You can see we do a type def. Which type is you need to answer. It could be, for example, short, integer, long, and many other kinds. Our question is how to decide this data type. And this is the 2 questions you need to answer. And the basic way is look at the assembly code and find the addresses for ARR00 and ARR53, and then use the equations we talked about in the class, and then try to figure out what would be the data type. And if we look at the role of this nested array, one hint I would give you is ARR00 would be on the top of the stack. And then from there, you could look at how to decide how many rows we will have. This is for question number 1. Now let's look at the question number 2. Question number 2 is still about the addresses of array or struct. Here we have a struct. Inside of this struct, there's a long array. The number of the elements we have in this array is unknown. So we still define macro. We want to figure out what should be the value for NUM. And here you can see the we do 2 pointers, long pointers, PTR1 and PTR2, and these 2 pointers are pointing to some places. And we know that if we run this program, we would see the PTR1 minus PTR2 equals to a number. And we know it is 940. And given this information, we are trying to figure out what should be the NUM. Okay. And here, one thing to note is about the pointer arithmetic. We talked about that from our array struct union sections. This pointer arithmetic is where you need to look at. And if we look at the question number 3, this question seems similar to question number 2, but the difference is right now we want to figure out what is the data type, which type we want to do. And this type, if you look closely, this type is trying to do a typecasting. So if you look at the BRR6.ARR, that should be a long pointer, right? Originally, that is a long array. So if we talk about the BRR6.ARR, that is long pointer. Right now, we change this pointer to be the type pointer. And then this would make the pointer arithmetic behaves differently. And we know that PTR1 minus PTR2 is 4. Right now, we want to know which type should be. And one thing about pointer arithmetic, I can give you an example. Let's see, the one pointer is 0. Another pointer points to the address of 8. And let's see, these two pointers are integer pointers. And then if you use the pointer 2 minus pointer 1, what you would have is number 2. That is the physical address difference, which is 8, divided by the size of the integer, which is 4. So you get a number 2 out of this pointer arithmetic. Let's say right now, we still have these two pointers, points to 0 and 8, physical address. And now we just change this pointer to be long pointer and make pointer 2 minus pointer 1. And then this time the pointer would be 1 because 8 minus 0 divided by the size of the long, which is 8, then we should get a 1. So you can see here the two pointers pointing to the same places. There's no change, but if you change the type of the pointers and do the pointer arithmetic, the results would be changed. So this question number 3, is about this. So question number 3 is about the pointer arithmetic. And another suggestion is if you are not sure about pointer arithmetic, you can write down some C programs, try to see how the pointer arithmetic is played out. Question number 4 is from textbook. This is quite standard. We look at the switch statement and how we do a reverse engineering. And for this physics 3.63, the core we already talked about in our class is the jump table. And the question number 5, this is something we talk in the class. This question we would have several clues to work with, and there's many possible combinations for the size. And then you would try to look at what should be a good combination that satisfies every clues. So the answer is unique. We talk about it in our class, right now we need you to write down the detailed analysis how you get this answer. Okay, that will be the walkthrough for our homework 3. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the class or to my office hours. And good luck.